What does jazz mean to me? Well, that's a pretty difficult question, you know. So, you know, there's so much music in the world, and there's so many influences, and the world is so small now that everything is everything. But I suppose in jazz is where you actually have the most freedom of expression in the style you're playing. You can sort of go anywhere you want to go. And when it's time for you to solo, you can just go and get lost in that, in the firmamento, you know, in the sky, you know. So it's just this freedom, which is, I love. You know, I have a picture. When I was 6 years old, I was playing the conga drum. And actually that picture is going to be on the cover of that, not on the cover, but in the liner notes of the new record. So I always loved it, but I also played guitar when I was a kid. And I didn't realize that I really loved to play percussion until I was maybe 17 or 18 years old. I was a late comer, you know, to that instrument. But even back then, like I said, I was 6. Growing up in Cuba, you know, there's so much percussion and so many different styles of music. I'm from Santiago, and el son montuno, la guajira, el changui, all that stuff was happening there, and the conga santiaguera. Then I would go and spend time with my grandmother in Havana, and she'd be like going to the bembes and the bata drums and all this other stuff. I was listening to all this stuff, you know, without even knowing, you know, that I was getting this information. You know what I'm saying? When I was 18, I kind of like, or 17, I realized that, oh man, you know, I understand all that. That's what I love to do. And by then I was over here already. Well, there's one in between called The Road that a lot of people don't know about, but it only came out in Japan, and it was never distributed in the States. And now Cuban Dreams, which comes out, and I finished the album a couple of years ago, and we just remastered it. And next is I'm gonna put my band together and start playing the tunes from that record, and you know, work the record and try to get exposure, and continue to work when I get asked, you know, by different groups. Like I just work with Strunz Farah on you know, Jazz Central, and work with different bands because I'm so used to playing with everybody, different people, that I'm gonna miss that. So I'm gonna try to do it all. My new record should be coming out in September. It's on Unitone Recordings label, and it's entitled Cuban Dreams. And it's actually it's a little bit of a I call it a movie in the CD, because it's like the history of a child, of a Cuban, from the time he's a baby until he's an adult. And it's through music, you know, different things that you do in everyday life in Cuba as you're growing up. And that's all the music in the album is like that.
tiempo vengo pensando.
Hi, I'm Domingo Quiñones. Stay tuned for more great music on Latin Beat.
Algo para este mundo cambiar.